everybody, welcome to your 2015 September stars. This year has gone really fast. It's going really fast. I don't know where half the months have gone. September is going to be an awful lot of changes for us again, a lot of things happening, a lot of profound changes going on around us. I thought this month, because it's quite a big month, I would use my old tarot deck. I don't know if I've got the book for it. My Ciro Margetti, Gateway to the Divine Tarot. So that is the one that I'm using this month, and usually when I use that deck, it's a little bit more focused, it's a little bit more in depth, a lot more thought-provoking than the usual readings that I do, where this will happen in work, this will happen in relationships. It's more focused in. So do remember to look out for your moon sign and your rising sign as well, to give you some extra clarity if it doesn't resonate with you, because they are more focused in. They're not quite as scattered as my other readings, which I'll stick to doing them like that during the week this month. I just thought, with it being September and with it being we've got 2 eclipses this month, so I just thought I'd do a little bit of a deeper reading for you this month. So to have a look at what is going on this month, I'm not going to go into the full astrology because I'm not very good at astrology. I go more off the energies of the full moons and the new moons, so that's what I sort of go through when I go through things. So September the 6th, we have got Venus is finally going direct. This is going to be felt up until October the 8th. Thank goodness, that's really good that it's going forward. But the first 10 days of September are a really important turning point for a lot of us, that reveals the new order or the new way of how we're going to do things. Any changes of heart that came around during the Venus retrograde and have sort of stuck with you, and you've made your decision on those, and any new priorities that you've planned or you thought of, those can now be implemented and put solidly into place. Any bad relationships are now going to be left behind, and we can start to do repair work on that begins on relationships and the projects that have passed the test of the retrograde. On September the 13th 2015, we've got a solar eclipse. It's a new moon in Virgo, and it's really important really important with the new moon in Virgo, and with it being a partial solar eclipse. Remember that eclipses are all about creating changes in your life that you want to last. So focus on issues, focus on wishes that are going to stand the test of time when this solar eclipse comes round. Make your wishes, make your questions, and ask your guides and angels, and ask your higher consciousness, and ask things like, if you're looking for a relationship, what do I need to do to be in order? What do I need to do in order to be in a relationship that serves me and respects me and makes me feel part of a team, that makes me feel good? And when you create wishes and questions like that are designed for the big picture, not temporary, the universe is going to respond to that. And the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo is all about eclipsing the bad out of your life and creating the good that you want to last, that has that lasting duration to stay around as well. Some of the changes that come your way will be fated and destined, and you won't have a chance to not let them happen. There isn't a thing you can do about it for those that are fated. What you can do between now and then is prepare yourself to be okay with any surprises and any changes that come about that you haven't got control about. during the solar eclipse. When the new moon is in Virgo for this eclipse, organisation, responsibility and attention to detail is going to be really important themes of where this is. This is where you're going to see the changes in both your love and your work life. And once you have asked for your wishes, go with the flow as much as you can and let the changes just come in on their own, in their own way, without trying to predict the exact way in which things will happen. Just let it flow, let it come in. We don't know how things are going to happen, you just know that they are going to happen, but we don't know in what way they're going to happen. And then moving on to September the 17th. September the 17th through to October the 9th, we've got Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is in Libra, so that's in my sign. So Mercury retrograde is the planet that rules communications, travel, short journeys, messages, communication, emails, phone calls, computers, and in any general retrograde period we can always expect delays on all of these matters, and travel or road related hiccups as well. If there is any time of year that you are going to experience any of these delays, it's going to be during the Mercury retrograde. So back up all your technology, back up your disks on your computer, double and triple check travel arrangements, and hand deliver any important documents. Don't let them get lost in the post. Pay extra attention to all that sort of thing. Because this one is happening in Libra, expect messages involving partnerships to have special importance to you. And if you've been waiting for a lover, a past love to come back to you, again, Mercury retrograde, because it's in Libra, which is the zodiac sign of partnerships and balance, it's the time of year when this is most likely to happen, so watch out for that. Now, September the 27th, we've got a full lunar eclipse in Aries, and this supermoon poses a lot of good things. With a full moon in Aries, all the Aries traits are going to come out, so passion, drive, leadership, confidence, and instincts are all going to be highlighted for all of the sun signs to make use of. And we know that with the eclipse moons, when they've got that energy, it's about 10 times more potent than a regular normal full moon is. And so you've got the Aries energy in there, it's really going to burn fires, and it's going to do that for all the signs in the zodiac. So if you've got any burning drive, any burning desires in your life right now, follow every single instinct, opportunity that comes your way, and if you can do that, you will certainly see some really magical results. And things to avoid during this period that are bad tempers. Walk away from any arguments that come your way during this period, and certainly keep your temper at bay when it comes around, because there'll be a few frayed nerves at this time as well, and a good chance you might want to argue with somebody. So keep that at bay, be careful of that, and just watch out for that. So we've got a lot of interesting things happening this month. Obviously there's a lot of other astrological things as well, but I don't know an awful lot about those, but there's plenty of other readers on there that you can go through and find out every single date of what's going on. I just wanted to highlight the ones that I know of that interest me, and are most prevalent to the energies that I feel and when I do the cards and everything. So there we go. So have a brilliant September. There's going to be an awful lot of things going on, good and bad, for all of us. I say the bad things may be karmic, we might not be able to do much about them, just go with the flow, ride through them, and make sure the good things are the things that we want, that we really want. Make September special, Okay, so on with your stars. Namaste, blessings and light. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your Google Pluses, everything. And if you'd like a private reading from me, just click up in the corner, get yourself booked in for a reading. I'd love to do one for you. And have a great one. Okay, bye. Hi Libra, how are you? We are into September 2015. This is your reading. Let's see what we've got for you this month. Now we're starting off with, if I just remove that a minute, we're starting off with the Page of Swords. So there's news, there's things coming into you this month. This is your present time, this is your state of mind. You've got new information coming through to you. A few of you might have some delays that will make you a little bit disappointed, won't make you that happy about things. Don't get into a defensive frame of mind, whatever these messages are that's coming through, and be really careful of anybody who may be either a person or a situation around you who can make you lack self-confidence, who can make you feel deflated due to somebody else or due to another situation. Stay strong and work through that. I think for some of you there is actually going to be some positive and beneficial changes that are on your way, and there's a happier cycle or period coming about at this time. But right at the beginning of the month, just be aware of somebody deceptive, somebody trying to put you down. Rise above that, get past that, and if you can do that, then there's a good chance there'll be new ideas coming into your life, new concepts, and more positive thinking emerging as you can see the deception around you of a situation or a person, being able to see the truth in things. Now your challenge is the Knight of Cups, which is coming through. Sorry, the Knight of Swords. So there is resistance there. There is opposition to you in certain areas. Again, there's going to be some battles, but don't be reckless about any battles that you have to go in to at the beginning of the month. This is your challenge. Your challenge is the outcome will be favourable if you take a stance, if you are true to yourself. Whoever this person is, I think it's a person who's coming in and they're trying to put you down, and they're trying to not make you feel, or they're being deceitful in some way towards you, and what you need to do is to be able to see that, to be able to see the truth in that, the truth of what's really going on under the surface. Look below the surface of this person or this situation that's going on. They're very impulsive, they're erratic, their thoughts are erratic, they're swinging from one thing to the other, and you need to stay calm throughout this. You need to ride through it, stay above it, keep your vibration high. If any sort of bad luck or unfortunate circumstance does come into your life right at the beginning of the month, or there's some sort of decision has to be made, don't make any rash or hasty decisions. There's going to be some swift changes that come around at the current time, and it may initially bring some upheaval, but then the positive's going to come in. The positive's going to come in, and the opportunities will become apparent once this settles down at the beginning of the month. So don't worry about it. Anything that comes in, ride through it, rise above it. Because whatever this initial thing is, not all of you will experience this, but if there is an initial bad news or bad messages or somebody deceitful around, you'll be able to see through it, you'll be able to rise above it, you can get through it. And once you've done this, there is positive things going to start coming around. It's a test. It's just a test of what's coming in. And providing you can get through that test, that's absolutely fine. So be patient, rise above things, be a witness to what is going on. Go with the flow, don't get involved. Try not to get involved of any arguments that are going on. Now, we've just come from the immediate past. Your immediate past there's been a bit of reminiscing, there's been some enjoyment, maybe some of you have got new jobs, new directions to go in life, and things have been pretty good, pretty much all round for most Libras, and there's been a time of peace, and there's been focus on, although there's been a focus on new things and new ideas and concepts and putting new things into action, there's also been a little bit of looking back at the past. So it's been a time where you've looked back on the past, but you need to be grateful for what you have, not for what you've not got. And feeling at peace, you felt a little bit more at peace with things as well. And in the immediate future, once we've got over this, whatever this person, this situation is around you, these messages coming in, then comes in the Queen of Coins, and now she is related to Libra, so it's one of your cards. So things will, once you've got over that initial hiccup, for some of you, not all of you, at the beginning of the month, things are going to go well for you. Situations are going to go well. There's going to be more of a focus for you on your goals, your ambitions, your aspirations moving forward. This could be a woman who, or somebody with these things that comes into your life. Very intuitive. She has the ability to identify the strengths and weaknesses in other people, but I think this is you, this is us, we're Libras, and this is a Libra card. So I think going immediately into the future, after the first few days of September, you are going to be able to identify other people's strengths, other people's weaknesses. You're going to be very intuitive and knowing about that, and see what's going on around you. And you'll be capable of using your talents on all sorts of levels, whether it's in a work environment, a relationship, things like that. Consideration, patience as well. She has good advice. There is wisdom, which is you all over. Very loving time going immediately into the future. Health will improve as well. If any of you have been feeling a bit under the weather or not feeling so good, health will improve, especially after the first few days in September, where you get over this news, whatever it is that may be coming through for you, and this person that is your challenge, this situation that is your challenge. In your conscious position, we've got the Two of Swords. So whatever things have gone wrong, whatever things have been not particularly good of late, the blind is starting to fall off. The blindfold is starting to come off, and you're starting to see things for what they are. You're very intuitive again. You're seeing things clearer. Anybody who has been deceptive or is deceptive around you, or situations that you've not seen the whole truth about, that blindfold is coming off, and you are seeing things so much clearer than they were. This is giving you the confidence. Once you realize that you can see, and you can see clearly, and you can see what's going on, this then gives you that push forward, to go forward with a renewed sense of optimism going forward. And we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse position. So things that you don't know about, things in your subconscious that you're not too sure about, you're not quite sure about what may be going on. There could be decisions that you're waiting for from other people before you're able to move forward. There may be decisions that you know yourself deep down on a gut level that you need to make, maybe things that you need to break free of in order to again, move forward into happier times. And all of these things are going to take a little bit of patience to work out. Don't jump into anything too hastily, but your gut instinct and your intuition are going to tell you not to jump into things too quickly. So going into the immediate future, you're seeing the truth, you're seeing things clearly, and once you're able to do that, you then know the decisions that you need to make and the direction that you need to go to. The more and more truth you really see behind things as that blindfold is falling off from you. So going into the future, probably the second half of September for you, there's going to be a lot of balance for you. We've got the Temperance card. It's all about self-discipline, having patience, knowing that you have mastered certain skills throughout the month, which is going to help you. It's also reaching your higher planes of consciousness, so it's reaching your higher consciousness, it's going with that intuition that you've got, it's trusting it as well, it's help from your guides and your angels. There may be some karmic situations coming up for us. Maybe we need to learn a little bit more independence, justice, things of justice coming around for us. And I think throughout the whole month it's telling us as well that we need to keep the balance, keep the harmony, keep the moderation in everything that we do. And if we can do that, and if we can keep things on a level, no matter what chaos is going on around us, no matter what deception people bring to us, or persons or situations, no matter what is brought to us, as long as we keep a harmonious, loving, compassionate balance and harmony throughout all things, everything will be fine. So don't hastily rush into anything. Show your inner strength, show your patience, and there will be success throughout the month for you. And that gives you the control as well. So that's a really good card just to remember. If you don't remember the other cards, just remember that one throughout the reading, is to keep moderation and balance, and that will bring the success that you want throughout it. Now we've got the Ten of Coins, which is a brilliant card. It tells of family support, it tells of financial success, emotional success. You're going to start seeing the benefits of how hard you have worked during the month, and the benefits of that coming to you, the improvement in your life, being able to see that you've got so many talents and abilities that lead you forward, that lead you towards promotions, financial gain, emotional gain. All of these things is leading you forward, and you will be able to see this during the month. You will see it approaching. It's going to be a nice time of security, material abundance, prosperity, and contentment and inner peace, because you've had that balance going on throughout the month. So that's really a good thing to look forward to know. I think it's only going to be the first few days, maybe even the first week of September, that may be difficult for some of us. I think the rest of the month though is going to be absolutely fine, because we can rise above, and we're seeing the truth of things, we're seeing what's going on. We're getting that gut instinct and that intuition about situations and people, and we're beginning to learn what we need to stay away from, what we need to go towards, what is good for us, what is bad for us, and getting that recognition. So I think there'll be a lot of family stuff going on as well later on in the month, a lot of domestic situations, a lot of focus when a 10 comes into a reading, especially on family matters as well. home is going to be very important to you. I think somebody maybe in your family or your friend's situation later on in the month may be having a difficult time financially, or a difficult time. You're going to be in a position to be able to help them out, to repay them, to do them a favour, to just be there for them in one way or another, whether that is helping them out financially, or having a shoulder that they can cry on, or just showing your support for them. You'll be able to do that when this person comes up. You'll be in a position where you can give them support and love, and show how thankful you are for having them in your life. A lot of growth, a lot of prosperous times ahead for a lot of Libras, moving forward with your talents, with your skills. It's a time of recognition for yourself, for patting yourself on the back and knowing how well that you've done. A lot of sound financial choices as well going on later on in the month for you. In fact, I think just after the first week, if not in the first week, depending on which part of the slight disturbances that come in at the beginning of the month for some of you, depends which area that's going to fall in with you, whether it's a work situation, health, relationships, and what's happening. And we've got the Six of Wands as well, straight after the Ten of Coins, which is success, it's triumph. There's good news coming in, there's good stuff coming into us. It's a victory. There may have been a period of struggle earlier on in the month, but the Six of Wands is saying that there is good news coming in. There is a victory, positive information coming. Success is coming to you if it's not already arrived. If you've been waiting for news of a new business, some sort of project that you've been trying to get off the ground, some sort of something that you are trying to build, you are going to get messages through and see the fruition of that coming through to you in a really good way. You've built some really solid foundations which you are now building upon. Your confidence is growing. You can see your achievements growing and just getting better. There's a lot of reaping of rewards and a lot of celebration as the month goes on with Libras. And relationships are on the improvement. Anything that you've had to go through maybe at the beginning of the month, things will improve after that. You will feel better about relationships. Things are going to be so much better, and that's not just in romantic relationships, but that's in all relationships that you are involved with. Again, family, work, financial, whatever you're having a relationship with, in that sense, it's going to go well for you. A lot of you could get very arty and very creative towards the end of the month. That's going to do really well and prove really successful if that's something that you're thinking of. And it's a time of celebration now. There's been a few difficult hiccups going through the month, especially at the beginning of the month, I think, but now we can relax, you can be happy. It's getting that achievement, that success going. There's gains, there's victories, and it's acknowledgement. It's saying, yes, you have done really well. The effort you have put in this month is really well, and here are your rewards for it. Whether that is your need to take a break and get a holiday, get some much needed rest. It's a great time for doing anything like that. You will get the gains and the rewards that you are wanting to come through to you as a result of your hard work that you've put in during the month. I don't think this is a month where we're going to be all kicking back our heels and resting. I think it's another busy month for us, but it's having the faith and knowing that you can succeed, you are winning, and you will be winning, and you will see that towards the end of the month you'll see the result of that. And we finish off with the Wheel of Fortune, the number 10, end of a cycle, starting of new cycles, going through, because it's upright as well, in a positive way. It speaks of karmic situations as well. A lot of healing going on with you, that you will have been working on throughout the month. Things happening that maybe be beyond your control, sort of karmic stuff as well going on, but it's positive. It's positive, and still have that optimistic outlook because of things you've done through the month as well. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in a good way and doing things. Don't leave too much to chance. You have to make decisions during the month. You have to work towards things. You can't just sit back and let it all happen, because if you sit back and let it all happen, you are then leaving that Wheel of Fortune to fall in whichever way it does. But there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of changing circumstances, and you are to go with the changes. Go with the success, go with the rewards that are coming towards you. The change in better times is here for you this month, during the month, and you're more in control of your life, and it's a really good time at the end of the month as well to put out new ideas, new projects, and do things, whatever it is that you're thinking of. Go for it and go forward with it. Be careful, there may be some family planning issues for some of you coming up towards the end of the month. So you may be either wanting to start a family and working towards that, or some of you could find out that you're pregnant, or it could be that you've decided, no, I don't want any more, I don't want any, and that's the way you're moving forward. And there might be some discussions around that this month. You have a lot of knowledge, and at the end of the month your life can go off into new directions, and changes of direction as well. Even if you go through this month and you're not who I'm talking about, you're not one of the majority of Libras that I'm talking about, or maybe your moon sign or your rising sign is more relevant to you, just know that when the Wheel of Fortune is there at the end of the month, if you've had bad times during the month, the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright position, it's going forward, it's moving to better times. So just have that faith in yourself, and there's a lot of good coming for you throughout the month, as long as you work hard and you keep that optimism up and that faith up. So that's your reading, Libra, for the month. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of things to look forward to, a lot of things to. Now I keep seeing all the way through the reading, I keep seeing the colour red, which refers to your root chakra. So make sure that you're all grounded. It goes in with your balance and keeping balance throughout the month. And just remember, you don't get really sad during the month. Don't get really ecstatically happy. Just keep that happy medium in the middle and keep that peace within you. That is what is going to manifest the things that you want. And anything bad going on around you, or decisions, don't jump into decisions and make hasty ones, but you will have the tools you need to make the right decisions and go along the right path, because you're seeing the truth of things and you're seeing what's needed to be done this month. So okay then, take care. If you'd like a private reading from me, just click on the link, and that'll take you through to the website. Choose what sort of reading you want and I'll get you booked in for one. And take care and have a brilliant September. Namaste, blessings and light.